Whoa, when did you guys get there? Sorry, I was just getting lost in one of my aquariums. You know, us obvious, we love our baby fish, and I got a tank of baby CPDs over there. It's my first batch in a little while, and I'm super excited watching them grow up. But anyways, today's video, we have a special one. I'm going on a little bit of a diatribe of hard water plants. All right, hard water plants is one of the biggest things to overcome in the hobby. If you're someone that doesn't want to deal with like RO water or doing a special filter when you're filling your tanks and you just want to use tap water, but you have, you know, the hard water, you got high KH, high GH, high TDS in general, man, I'm your guy. In our last iteration of this series here about hard water aquarium plants, we talked about Hygrophila. All right, Hygrophila is an awesome plant. Now, plant species we're talking about today is my absolute favorite. They're cryptocorynes. All right, I have a tank right over here that has a bunch of types of cryptocorynes. I have Spiralis, I have Becketi, I have Affinis, I have Windeti, Lucens, Parva. All right, and that's just scratching the surface. Oh, and Ponta defolia. I might have pronounced that wrong again. I don't know. Let me know. But anyways, that's just scratching the surface of the amount of crypts that you can get a hold of. And all of these plants are slow growing, easy to maintain plants. And once you get them established in your aquariums, they're ones that just take off. They'll produce baby plants to which you can help your friends out with aquarium plants. You can kind of show them the ranks of how to do this stuff. It's just a plant that will make you feel like an absolute aquarium genius. So they're a really good terrarium plant as well. All right, so they're ones that you can grow in, what is it, like a vivarium, terrarium, or you know, like those big boxes that are just super humid environments. All right, that's really where crypts are from super humid, wet mud environments. Their feet like to be super wet. The roots like to be wet. And so that's why we can make them grow in our aquariums. Most or all aquarium plants, I believe, are actually meant to be grown pretty much submerged. So they like to have wet feet, and then they like to grow up out of the water. Crypts are definitely one of those species, but they thrive in our aquariums too. All right. So we'll take a look at my crypt grow out tank over there. We're gonna talk about some of the species real quick here and get you guys an idea of some plants that you can grow at home, super easy, that are gonna make you feel like an aquarium genius. Like I said, guys, these are the plants that do it. Let's get into it. First, coffee. This is my crypt grow out tank. So we'll start with this. This is Crypt Spiralis, and there is some heavy melt. All right, and this is something you can experience and expect from a lot of crypts that are grown because they are grown immersed. So that means that they keep the feet of the plant really wet, and they keep it in a super humid environment, and then it grows out of water. All right, so this, when I bought it, I knew it was gonna do that because it was so heavy and it was so grassy. Plants grow differently above water than they do in water. So that's what happened here. So this is going through some heavy melt, but I can tell that it's going to be okay because we got a bunch of new growth here. All right. New growth, new leaves means it's transitioning, so I'm not too worried about it. All right. We have some Crypt Parva that I just got. I got this actually from Petco. Now, it's kind of crazy. They had a couple pots of it that were in real good condition, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. So I bought 2 pots, super cheap. I got this one, I decided to leave as 1 clump, and then this one I broke up into a couple clumps, and I took a couple of the little clumps and I put them in one of my Dirta tanks as well. So this tank was actually recently seeded with aqua soil, so it doesn't look like it's got a nutritious substrate, but it does. So we'll see what happens. We're still on our first week of transitioning this Parva. So we'll see. I think it might have a little bit of fresh growth. Kind of hard to see. Not too worried about it. We'll let it be. All right, so this is Cryptocoryne lucens. All right, it's similar to Parva in that it will grow small and close to the ground. It's, yeah, pretty much the same as Parva, but like just wider, longer leaves, same width of leaves. and it just grows super compact like that. And then you could just pop off little plants of it and then just kind of propagate it like that, right? So I got, those are lucens, parva, and then we got, this is Crypt Becketi. All right, this is a red Crypt Becketi. All right, we got some melt here. So this is one of the bigger leaves that's fallen off here, but then we got a bunch of new growth leaves. You can see the the ridges in the leaves. It's got that wavy leaf pattern, super, super cool color. Red. This one is fully transitioned. This one was grown underwater by a really awesome guy, John Hornig, out by me. He's part of Green Water Aquarium Society, and he grows some of the best plants I've ever gotten a hold of. Like, just amazing, super healthy plants. And you would not believe what I got this for. The price was unbelievable. All right, so, and this one I've already started taking baby plants and putting them in other tanks, which means that it's good to go. So I'll start getting pieces to propagate and sell. All right, so we got this wide leaf here that's got a leaf kind of shaped like a heart, right? But it's Pontederifolia. All right, now this is just a crypt. It does the same thing as other crypts where it produces little baby plants. You can kind of see that one shooting off right there. That's a little baby. There's a couple other little babies, and I've pulled off another baby. And actually, you know what? Let's shoot over there and see that real quick, because I got to show you this. So we'll come back, but 1 second. All right, so I had to show you guys this. This is actually part of that Pontederifolia, all right? And when I cut it off, it actually grew this one leaf. All right, so you can see that this is like, it's like a lighter colored green. It's kind of harder to tell, but this green right here is super dark and almost pinkish purplish. It's hard to tell. I am super stoked about it, and I hope that the other ones come out kind of like that, because you can see the new growth has some kind of interesting pink hues to it. So let's see what happens when this one keeps growing. All right, so coming back from our sidetrack, so we had the Crypt Pontederifolia. All right, so this is what I'm pretty certain is Crypt Wendtii. Now, the only reason I don't know is because this is the first plant that I bought when, actually, I didn't even buy it. I was given this plant from somebody, and it was just, you know, a couple little smaller pieces, and I've grown so many crypts, and I've given and sold so many crypts from this mother plant. All right, and I didn't know the name exactly when he gave it to me. I wasn't very educated, so I'm pretty certain it's Wendtii, but not 100% positive. But yeah, this is my Crypt grow out tank, one of the ones I'm super proud of. Just waiting for everything to fully acclimate and get popping off. It's going to take a little while because Crypts are a slower grower, but it also means that when you have issues with them, you can kind of see them coming. So like if you start to see a bunch of leaves melt off, you get kind of yellowing or whatever, you know that it's experiencing something. One of the main problems with Crypts is they get cold feet. So in the winter, if their roots get cold, they tend to experience a giant melt. All right, so you'll see like sections of it start melting back and they'll start dying off. Not the biggest deal, except for if you're trying to keep a big, you know, beautiful plant in a tank. So to keep that from happening, you know, make sure that they stay above, you know, like low 70s. Plants to get too hot. Anything anywhere near, you know, like 80, you probably want to keep them right in the mid 70s. I think most plants tend to thrive in those mid 70s. All right, guys, so that's been another plant family group that you can look into, cryptocorynes. You can grow them in hard water. You can grow them rather easily because they're pretty slow growing until you get them into these large biomasses in which they're producing babies rather frequently. Yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, like, subscribe, comment, share it to a friend. Really trying to push this video, or push this channel to the limits of what I can do with it, guys. And if you guys are willing to come along with me, we'll make it happen together. Much love, guys, and I will catch you next time.